The topic for this conversation is that iPads should replace all pencils and books. I agree with this topic because iPads are a thing of the future, whereas the book and pen is a thing of the past. Also, it helps fiddlers, because instead of annoying the teacher, keeps them focused, and it helps people with learning, people with disabilities and learning disabilities dyslexia to it's a good learning tool. And
that iPads, tablets and computers should replace books and pencils in classrooms, because I personally think that if you start playing then you can't stop. Then it leaves less and less time for you to go outside and be a kid.
I think that you shouldn't use iPads in school instead of books, as if you use an iPad, some kids might be naughty and download video games and start playing them without anyone knowing and put them in a secret place on the iPad. And the iPad will cost $1,000, and sooner or later you're going to run out of gigabyte to put all your books in. And, well, that won't be good. And if you drop an iPad, it'll probably easily crack the screen. But if you drop, or a tablet, and if you drop a book, it probably won't do much. If you rip a page out of a book, you can probably still put on the book and still read from it. But if you put it on an iPad, well, you're screwed. If you rip an iPad, you're screwed. So that's why I think you should use books instead of iPads.
And also it will lead to a loss of jobs in forestry and paper making. And I personally think that my Uncle Bennett losing his job wouldn't be too good for his young family.
Uh, 172 times 2. 172 times 2. So 344. Thank you, Mum and Dad, for spending all your money getting me into the school. Anything for your son. So, Claire, have you got your iPad? God damn it! So, Claire, have you got your books?
Hey guys, it's Courtney, and I'm just here to tell you that iPads or any other tablet should replace books, pens and pencils in the classroom. The reason to why I think that this statement is true is because 1. iPads last a lot longer than sheets of paper, pens and pencils. 2. It is much easier getting an iPad than getting 10 books, 4 pens and 6 pencils. 3. Children don't have to carry as much around. And lastly, iPads come with free apps that can be handy to lots of students. That's why I think that iPads or any other tablet should replace books, pens and pencils in the classroom. Thanks for listening. Bye!
Hey, yeah. Maybe
Hello Chris, it's me Ethan here. I'd just like to say, well, as you, of course you know, that Moot for homework is that iPads or any other tablet should replace books, pens and pencils in the classroom or a school environment. The first thing I'd like to say is that it takes up a lot less space. You hardly have to have cubbies. All you need is tablets with maybe a label on it. And it also saves the environment a lot because you don't need paper which saves the trees. So yeah, it really saves the environment. There's a negative. I'd like to say it is quite pricey. It is known to be pricey, but I'd guess that we just have to live with it because I reckon it'll really better learning. Yeah. So thank you for listening. Over and out.
Hi, my name is Gemma and I do believe that iPads or any other tablet should replace books, pens and pencils in the classroom. Because pencils break and you have to sharpen them, but when you're using a Kindle or iPad pens, they won't break. And you can show everyone your work on an interactive whiteboard. All you need to do is hook your tablet up. It can help show learning steps if your teacher isn't there and you need some help. And your teacher could even email work on the tablet. And you could even Skype people if they're away or sick and you need them to help you complete their work. And if you couldn't charge them, you could charge them at lunchtime, which an hour would be perfect. And you've got everything you need, spelling practice, ebooks, and everything on just one tablet. And that's why I think that books, pens, and pencils should be replaced by tablets and iPads. Thank you.
That iPads or any other tablet should replace books, pens and pencils in the classroom. I think that iPads or any other tablet should replace books, pens and pencils in the classroom because it's faster to get your work done. Everyone will get research done faster because they will have their own iPad or any other tablet to work on. You don't need to worry about paper and pens because you can type your own info into your iPad or any other tablet. In the long run, if everyone uses an iPad or any other tablet, it will help the environment because you won't be cutting down as many trees. So that's why I think iPads or any other tablets should replace books, pens and pencils in the classroom.
Hi, I'm Isabella and I say yes to today's mood that iPads should take over all pens, pencils and books in the classroom. The iPad is more than just a book. For example, it has videos to watch. So if a teacher's teaching and explaining something, we go home, we think we understand, we forget to do something, or we're just not sure, we can watch the video at home and it's explaining the very same concept that the teacher had earlier. So it's like taking the teacher home with you, but you're not. Given the fact it's on an iPad, we're more likely to watch it and willing to learn. The other students using books who have the same access to the videos online, but who are not using iPads, and a kid doing homework at home, they're just not going to be bothered to go to the computer, find the site, and also it has spelling check. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Josh, and I'm going to tell you for the moot today that iPads or any other tablet should replace books and pencils in the classroom. Now, I think that they should because you can get styluses for them, and at that time, you can also search it up on the internet, anything you want, if you've got access to Wi Fi. I think this would be I think that this would be good to use because kids could learn and you could type up what you wanted and then you could print it off a lot easier if you had a wireless printer, or you could email it if they all had an email account. And I think this will just make it a lot easier for teachers to see what their kids are doing, and I reckon that they should be monitored in the classrooms just so, they're not getting up to anything bad. So, anyway, that was my speech. It was amazing!
I disagree with iPads and tablets and iPad minis and stuff replacing books and pencils because as you can probably see here, a set of stationery can cost up to $200 or even less. But however, an iPad or a tablet can cost up to $700 or more. Also, if you lose the iPad or it's stolen or it breaks down, that's just $700 gone. And $700 could buy 10 people stationery for a
iPads in schools are a good idea because later on in life, all your jobs use technology. Whether it's a computer to an iPad, all technology will help us in this day. Technology has just become a great thing in our country. With the new Samsung Galaxy S4 out and all the iPads and iPhones, technology has never been better. So why can't we use an iPad in our school? I would enjoy it. iPads are a good learning source and you can do so much more things on them than you can with an ordinary pen and paper.
Personally, I think that tablets and other electronic devices should not replace books and pencils because there is no point. We've already got things that let us write and read, so we don't need any more equipment. And there is no reason that we should have stuff like this in schools because we do not want to wreck the kids' eyes. So, in conclusion of my statement, I think that I have made it quite clear that it is a bad idea to have these in schools. Thank you.
Yes? A massive flood? Come on, we gotta go.
No! My iPad! My iPad!
No! Christian van der Gulik. Close enough. Come on, Sophie, we gotta go. There's gonna be a flood.
Yeah, it's just a book.
There's my Red Bull. There's
Whoa,
my Powerade.
the place
What's
is
this?
shaking.
What's this? What's this?
Whoa!
Even worse. Even worse. Look at my Coca-Cola can.
Look at my book!
And look at Maggie, she's still alive. Maggie.
pen and paper or iPad.
I totally agree with iPads replacing books and pens because they can do as much as books and pens can do. And also you can use the internet to find research, so I totally agree with iPads replacing books and pencils.